Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic. Please let me know when it's been 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Alright, so if you watch my channel, you probably already know that Dan the Medic have some deeply rooted, long standing psychological issues, right? Now, one of them is that I can't trust nobody, all right? Maybe it's because I'm from New York City, but I'm telling you, I can't trust nobody, right? So the other day, I went to the Kia dealership for my free oil change, right? My purchase at the Findlay Kia with the very nice salesman Troy, right? He said that it comes with two free oil changes within the first year. So it was time to do it, guys. 6 months or 5,000 miles, right? Haven't quite reached 5,000 miles, but it's been 6 months, so, or close to it. So I was like, all right, time to go change the oil, right? So I set the appointment a couple of weeks ago, give myself some time. And I went there, right? So now I have never, ever changed an oil at a dealership before. Back in the day when I had some like used cars I used to own, I would go to those oil change slash car wash places so that you can get both done for like 20 bucks, right? 19.99 oil changes. And like back then, cars were not like as technologically advanced as they are today. So you could do the, $20 oil change and be fine, right? Been doing that for many years. Go to these independent places, 1999. They change it, no problem. It's done. So I set the appointment for Findlay Kia, right? And I've heard, you know, stories about dealerships charging high prices. And I looked into how much an oil change normally would cost over at the Findlay Kia, and it was synthetic oil. Something is what it was more than $100. Right, gone are the days of the 1999 oil change. Right, so I looked up Jiffy Lube and other places like that, locally those chain stuff. It was also up there, guys, like 90 something dollars or whatever. I was like, 90 something dollars? Oh, it's been 3 minutes? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, yes, guys. Hot, guys, hot. All right. So 90 something dollars, yeah, just as expensive, you know. And of course, I'll be like, I'll change it my darn self, like, but I got no way to change it. I know how to change it. It's easy. You get a wrench in a socket and something to turn the oil filter. It's easy to do, drop off the used oil at like whatever oil accepting place. Easily done. Right? I just got nowhere to do it. I don't think it's legal to just like pull over on the side of the road and to do it over there. I'm sure that's illegal. And even if not, I gain weight. I can't squeeze in that far underneath, I gain some weight. So yeah, anyway, so I made it to the appointment for the oil change, right? And at a dealership, you're greeted by the greeter, which then tells the service advisor, that you're here. Then you gotta speak to the service advisor and all that kind of stuff, right? So I was talking to the service advisor, he was doing the paperwork and everything. And then I was like, hey, listen, can I watch the oil change being done? And then he said, well, we got some bays in the front, right? As you may know, right? They have it's like from standing from outside, you see like I think like an area with tires and like 4 bays or something, and then they have even more bays in the back. He said that well, if the oil change, like everyone takes turns over there. I guess like whoever's next, right? Each bay has a tech, and he said that if it's one of the bays in the front, then you can see it if you're standing out there. You know, I'm like, all right, great. So can I have the bay in the front? He says, oh, it depends on whoever is next to do the oil change. I'm like, oh, I see. Then I had to explain to him. I was like, sir, you see, I have this psychological issue. And he's like leaning in, like, yes, you know. I bet he's thinking, do I need to call the cops right now? You don't know these things, right? So I said, I have this psychological issue where if I don't see the oil change being done, like for weeks, I won't be able to sleep. I'll be wondering if it has been done. Because you drop off the car, you come back later, it looks exactly the same. You know, and he says like, well, like how about if it ends up being in the back, which customers are not allowed in the back, but if it's in the front, you can stand outside, you can see it. He said if it's allowed in, if it's in the back, I'll let you peep in to see the oil being drained out, and that way you'll know it's been changed, because if it comes out, then you gotta fill it up, everything. I'm like, oh, that'll be nice, but it's just that, these issues, and he's just like, and then he's like, all right. How about if I guarantee that the change will be done in the front? And so, oh yes, please, thank you, please, yes, thank you. Oh, that really really help me out. But he goes, all right, I'll find someone to change it out in the front. And then I said, well, since he's changing it out in the front, is it okay I record it for the YouTube channel I have? And he says, oh, you have a YouTube channel? I said, well, yes, I do, right? So one thing led to another. Here we have it, the oil change at the Findlay Kia, recorded for your viewing pleasure. All right, guys. All right, guys, I think they did a fantastic job. Now, I didn't include everything in the final edited version, like he like checked the thread depth and the brake pads and all that like a multi-point inspection thing. Because I didn't know what exactly he was gonna do, so I didn't prep the camera, to be for everything. But that was the majority of it. I didn't know I was low on coolant, and I didn't know they refilled the windshield washer fluid for free. I was trying to empty it out because I bought a jar of Rain-X windshield washer fluid, and I was trying to get rid of the existing fluid because Scotty Kilmer, said that that's the best windshield washer fluid. So now it's topped off again, and I guess I'll just have to like use it all up before I refill it with Rain-X. Wow, so I think Findlay Kia, they did a terrific job, and you know what? I'll tell you, I think my psychological issue is over. And my next oil change, which is coming up in May, I don't think I'm going to be needing to watch it get done. I think they're good. I'm good. I'm going to sit inside and just eat the donuts and free coffee. The donuts are free as well. So is the popcorn, right, over there at the Findlay Kia. Now, the donuts, they put it only once in the mornings, right? So you better get there way early, like 7 or 8 a.m. to get those donuts. Otherwise, there'll be no more donuts, because someone else is going to eat them. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching oil change of Findlay Kia. I love this stuff. Winco, 38 cents. And you don't have to buy the whole box. You can just buy one. So, yeah, other psychological issues to be discussed in future videos.